Good morning, distinguished guests, alumni, students, teachers, community members. My name is Brittany Swanson, and I'm the very proud principal here at Mount Auburn Elementary School, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our historic centennial celebration today. I'd like you to please help me welcome our current Mount Auburn Student Council members who are going to come kick off our program today with our pledges, followed by a performance by our kindergarten class, led by their teacher, Miss Vasquez.
I have to be on the side. Okay, please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
And now for a Mount Auburn pledge.
I am a Mount Auburn Mustang. I am a leader by doing the right thing. I show excellence by working my hardest. I grow myself every day and learn from my mistakes. I make my community better by helping others. We are 4 houses, 1 school. We are Mustangs.
All right, everyone, you can have a seat now. Welcome our kindergarten. All right, great job, kindergarten. Thank you. Okay. As we get into our ceremony today, I would like to take a moment to recognize some special guests joining us today. We have Dallas ISD District 8 Trustee, Mr. Joe Carrion, representing... We also have the Dallas ISD Chief of Intergovernmental Affairs, Mr. John Dahlander. Our Dallas ISD Executive Director, Ms. Danielle Petters. And our very own former student, former teacher, and now Executive Director of Family Engagement, Mr. Israel Rivera. It is one of my great honors to be here with you today as the Mount Auburn principal at this historic time. I often wonder what life was like for the principals that walked before me. I imagine the first principal of Mount Auburn had a few less complaints about the internet speed back then, and they probably had a few less referrals to write for students using their cell phone in class. But no matter the differences that may have existed 100 years ago, I am certain that one thing remains unchanged: the unwavering commitment of Mount Auburn Elementary's dedication to the students in this neighborhood. As we prepared for this day, I had the honor to learn some history from some of the alumni here, including Miss Ruzika, Mr. Autry. They told me about a classmate of theirs that was in trouble all the time. They said he was always cutting up and always in the principal's office. And that young man went on to be the State Attorney General of Texas. And it gave me a whole new perspective on some of the frequent flyers that come to my office weekly. So don't want to cross paths with a future Attorney General out there. I'm often reminded of the many educators that Mount Auburn have stood strong through some of the country's most turbulent times. I think about the teachers here who taught through years of economic depression. I think about the students who read news stories of world wars. Every generation in this school has faced its unique challenges and celebrated special triumphs. The educators here have nurtured talents of aspiring musicians like Edie Brickell, future athletes such as Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown, future teachers, future principals, even a former state attorney general. Today, our school continues to build a rich legacy of serving our community. We are proud of our diverse student population. Mount Auburn is a proud breakthrough campus. Most recently earning double-digit gains in our state assessments. As you can see from the beautiful grounds around you, we have benefited greatly from the funding in the 2015 bond package, and we have a completely remodeled new front office, new security measures, and other great improvements. To the alumni joining us today, thank you for setting such a strong example of educational excellence and partnership with your community. To our community members here, thank you for helping us to reach our goals as a school. To the parents of current students, thank you for trusting us with the education of your children. And to my current staff, thank you for helping us to make our dream of being a breakthrough campus a reality. Thank you for joining us today, and happy centennial. Now, I'd like to introduce one of Mount Auburn's greatest advocates. Trustee Joe Carrion is a proud product of Dallas ISD schools. Trustee Carrion has worked to ensure that the opportunities he was allotted are accessible to all children. Please join me in welcoming our school board trustee, Mr. Joe Carrion.
Before I begin with my remarks, I want to do something that's very, 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 very important. Let's please give a very large Mount Auburn Mustang round of applause to one of the best principals in the state of Texas, Principal Swanson. I want to make two brief remarks, but before I do that, I also want to say something en español. Quiero decir algo, tengo dos cosas que decir, pero quiero decir algo primero en español para todos mis hispanohablantes. Quiero que vean, hoy estamos aquí para celebrar 100 años de esta escuela, 100 años de historia de esta escuela. Pero quiero que vean en este mes de herencia hispana, siempre celebramos, o a veces celebramos figuras nacionales o el impacto de la comunidad latina alrededor del mundo. Pero también quiero que sepamos o reconozcamos la importancia de la comunidad hispana aquí en nuestra misma comunidad. Gracias. Esta escuela está aquí por 100 años, pero tenemos que entender la importancia que es en este mes de herencia hispana, la importancia y el poder de la comunidad latina que ayudó y le dio a esta escuela una nueva vida. Gracias a la comunidad hispana, y creo que quería decir eso en español antes de mis comentarios. Thank you all. I just want to briefly say, in this month as Hispanic Heritage Month, as we celebrate 100 years, the importance of the Hispanic community, both nationally and around the world, but also here locally, that has helped give new life to Mount Auburn Elementary School. So I wanted to say that briefly. But two brief comments now that I really wanted to make. First, I wanted to express gratitude. I wanted to express gratitude to the voters of Dallas. Right. This project, what you'll see here today, what we'll cut the ribbon on here today, is a result of 2015 bond that the voters of Dallas approved. The voters also approved a 2020 bond, right? I want to just express how grateful I am to the voters of Dallas who continue to believe in Dallas ISD and continue to invest in our kids and in our facilities. A couple other quick thank yous. I want to thank so many people, architects, our David Bates, our leader of facilities here in the district, Brett Alford, who leads our bond projects, who might be listening in here this morning with us. But then also importantly, I want to thank the workers, right? The people that actually climbed on the roof, changed the windows, painted the building, moved the walls around to make sure that this campus was brought into this new century. And so to all the workers, I want to give them a round of applause and thank them. And then the last thing I want to say is just I want to take a moment to acknowledge how momentous this moment is for us here in the Mount Auburn community. There are thousands and thousands of schools in the state of Texas. Very few ever get to reach their centennial, and even fewer have left a mark on their communities the way Mount Auburn has. And that's a very, very important moment for us. And so I hope that we acknowledge this day, celebrate here with each other here today. But I also want to note our commitment here in Dallas ISD, not just to Mount Auburn today, but to Mount Auburn for the next 100 years. Right? Today, you'll see we're about to do a ribbon cutting, and that is a 100% commitment that this school is here and has been here for 100 years, but will be here for the next 100 years as well. Yeah. So with that, I want to thank you, Principal Swanson, for inviting me today, and to everyone, go Mount Auburn, go Mustangs.
Thank you, Trustee. Now we're very lucky to have another Dallas ISD alumnus with us today, Dallas ISD Chief of Partnerships and Intergovernmental Relations, Mr. John Dahlander.
Good morning, Mount Auburn. It is so exciting to be here with you today. I'm bringing greetings on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Stephanie Elizalde. What a great day it is to be out here. Can you imagine 100 years ago what this school looked like? It still had the same brick color. The front of the school looked the same. And it opened on January 2nd, 1922. There were 375 students and 12 teachers, and they all marched up Grand Avenue from O.M. Roberts Elementary School to open up this new school. And now here it is 100 years later, and we're going to cut the ribbon on something that's, as Mr. Carillon said, will last us for the next 100 years. I just have a message for the students because, like Mr. Carillon, like my friend Mr. Rivera back there, and I, we were all students in Dallas ISD. We were all kids just like you. And I remember the special days that I had at the elementary school. And every time you walk into this school and every time that you drive by it later on in life, I want you to remember this day, that you were here for this special day when the school celebrated its 100th anniversary and we cut the ribbon on the next addition to this school. It is so great to be with you, and thank you for allowing me to come and be part of this celebration. Principal Swanson, I really do appreciate it. And go Mustangs. See you.
All right, next we have the opportunity to hear from a very distinguished alumni. Mr. Israel Rivera started his educational career as a student right here in pre-K at Mount Auburn. Later, Mr. Rivera came back to this school as a teacher, and since then, he has served the students of Dallas ISD as a principal and now the executive director of family engagement. As the new executive director of the department that provides services to parents, he is committed to ensuring parents have a voice to get the support they need. We are so lucky to have this distinguished alumnus with us today. Welcome, welcome Executive Director Rivera.
Good morning. Like she said, my name is Israel Rivera. I'm a former Mount Auburn student and a former Mount Auburn bilingual teacher. I moved into East Dallas, the area here, in 1978, and I grew up just on the other side of 30 on Beeman Avenue in the barrio. I am a proud product of Dallas ISD. It's a beautiful day for a celebration, and it's my honor to be here and partake in this memorable moment. I want to acknowledge first the wonderful staff here, especially Principal Swanson for the wonderful invite. What an honor for Mount Auburn to have earned a high 89 B rating in TEA's accountability system. We owe that to the amazing students and staff and the parents. I'm confident Mount Auburn will be an A-rated campus very soon. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the Mount Auburn family, to grow up in a humbling environment, rich with culture, laughter, and love. That is what happens inside those doors. The students are embraced and taught not only academics, but resilience and courage. In the real world, that's what it takes. My time as a teacher at Mount Auburn were hands down the best. The students not only made me a better educator, but grew me as an individual. The knowledge I gained has helped me along my own journey as a leader and as a father of 5 boys. The staff here is lucky to be immersed in such a great culture. Thank you, Principal Swanson and staff, for showing the way and setting the bar high so that our students can turn challenges into opportunities. Let's continue another 100 years of excellence.
Thank you, Executive Director Rivera. Now we have some special guests. If they want to start making their way to the stage, we have some alumni here. So I think we have Mr. Autry, Miss Carol, if you guys would like to come up and share just a couple of memories with us of your days at Mount Auburn. The podium is yours if you want to start making your way. We would love to hear from you. And while we wait for them, can we also give a huge round of applause? We have Miss Kloppy here. She was a student in the 30s and 40s here at Mount Auburn. And she looks fabulous. I hope to be so lucky, Miss Kloppy, to look just as wonderful as you do at my school's 100th anniversary. All right, welcome, alumni. Please share some memories.
Thank you very much. My biggest memory is Miss Riley. Anybody who's ever gone here remember Miss Riley? We thought she was mean, but guess what? She wasn't really. It was we that were mean, and she was just trying to get us to settle down. But when you see a lot of us long-lived people up here today, it's because we love this school. I'm getting ready in 3 weeks to go on a trip with some friends from Mount Auburn that we stayed close to through the years. So what I'd like to tell you kiddos is make friends. For some of you, it's going to be harder. For those that are harder, I'm going to ask those of you who it isn't hard for to reach out a hand. Please don't let anybody sit alone at lunch unless they want to. Go sit down by them. I have a grandson that's autistic. He had lunch alone for a long time. And I always wondered why somebody didn't look and say, hey, I could help him. So that's what I'd like to tell you kids. When you see somebody that's having trouble, reach out, help them, and maybe they'll be one of your friends for life. The other thing that I must tell you, and yes, I do have a teaching certificate, you'll hear this over and over again, read. And if you're not finding a book that you're enjoying, ask people, find one. If you want a detective story, if you want a history story, but please don't stop reading. These teachers can't teach you everything. And your parents can't teach you everything. You've got to learn on your own. So make learning a priority, a number one in your life, and it'll make the rest of your life that much better. There was one other thing. Don, what was it? When you are long-lived, it takes 3 people to finish a conversation. But anyway, okay, I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about that. Be nice. Be nice to each other. That's going to be your key for life, is just to be nice. If you need help, trust your teachers, trust your parents. If you can't trust them, go next door, maybe they'll trust you. But find somebody that speaks your language that you can relate to, and they will reach out to help you. If you need help, get help. If you don't need help, give help. Hey, that's nothing about me, but it's not about me. It's about you. And that's what I want to tell you today. So good luck.
I attended Mount Auburn from 1952 to 1958. And when I was here, as you can see by my shirt, we were the Mount Auburn Mounties. And we were purple and gold. And I've always thought Mountie was a pretty unique name, but anyway, that was changed. But Mount Auburn was a wonderful school when I was here. And everything I can find out about it now continues to be a wonderful school. So you should consider yourself lucky to have the opportunity to go to school here. And I will tell you one thing that you may not believe, but when I was at school here, this building was not air conditioned. And so when it's hot like it is today, what did we do? We raised the windows. And we didn't think anything about it, as I remember. But anyway, Mount Auburn is a beautiful school, inside and out, and we had a school song that said, "Make Mount Auburn proud of you." So if you'll always try to make Mount Auburn proud of you, you will do good. Thank you.
Thank you, alumni. I feel so honored that you're here. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Now we've heard from our alumni. We want to hear a little bit from our current students, some of the rising stars of our community. So if you will please join me in welcoming the winner of our student essay contest, Aiden Reyes, and several of our talented and gifted students to the stage who are going to be sharing some essays. Okay, you want to hold this? You want me to hold this for you?
Thanks to the school, I am a good friend. I came to the school when I was 4 years old in kindergarten. I only knew one person. I remember crying to my parents and begging them to let me go home. Would some kids be mean? Would I make friends? I met a lot of friendly kids, and we became friends really fast. It was actually really easy to make friends because they were not mean and made me feel welcome. Now I'm a friend that makes new kids feel welcome. Thanks to the school, I've grown a lot. My teacher says all things are difficult before they are easy. I agree. I used to get bad grades, but my teachers helped me get better. Now I'm very smart, and last year I met my goal on my Bolt Star test. Thanks to the school, I will have a great future. I might even be a professional soccer player or maybe an engineer. Mount Auburn is the best school I've ever gone to. I don't want to leave this school. I love this school, and it means a lot to me. Master Teachers, Master Mustangs, and Master Mount Auburn. Happy birthday, Mount Auburn, for turning 100 years old.
Good morning, students, parents, Mount Auburn alumni, distinguished guests, and community members. We are the gifted and talented students at Mount Auburn. Brian Savio,
Alana Taylor, Emma Villarreal, George Gonzalez,
And Giovanni Sustarta.
we are so excited that you have joined us today to celebrate 100 years of our school. A lot has happened in the world since our school first opened. Join us as we travel through time and the history of Mount Auburn.
Mount Auburn first opened its doors in January 1922 to relieve overcrowding from Roberts Elementary just down the street. The first students held a parade to walk up Grand Avenue to come to the school for the first time. The roads looked a lot different back then. My mom dropped me off in her car this morning. But did you know many Americans were just starting to own cars when Mount Auburn became our school? Our school is older than the invention of the traffic light. Did you know our school is actually older than Band-Aids and cheeseburgers? That's right, Band-Aids and cheeseburgers were invented after Mount Auburn.
Mount Auburn has lived through a lot of historical events. Economic depressions, world wars, social changes, pandemics, and more. Throughout all of these changes in our city, state, and nation, Mount Auburn has remained true to its mission of providing quality education to all of the students that has entered its doors.
Our alumni have gone on to do amazing things like win Heisman trophies or serve as a state attorney general. Several of Mount Auburn's former students continue to make our community better, such as Israel Rivera, the executive director of the Family Engagement in Dallas ISD, or Gerardo Hernandez, principal of Russ Middle School, or Edith Salazar, our pre-K-3 teacher.
Today at Mount Auburn, we have a great school experience. Not only do we work hard in academics, we also have engaging opportunities that prepare us for the future. We have a state-of-the-art science lab, a makerspace, robotics club, fine arts, and more. Thank you for supporting and celebrating our school today. We hope you all will invite us back for the 125th anniversary so we can tell you about all the great things we're accomplishing when we are adults. Happy 100th anniversary, Mount Auburn.
Thank you, students. We can't wait to hear what you have to say when you come back to visit us at the 125th celebration. Before we close out our ceremony today, I'd like to thank you all for joining us in this historic celebration. As we celebrate this wonderful school, we also invite our guests to visit a taste of Mount Auburn just behind our gym. Mount Auburn is made up of many wonderful businesses and organizations, and we want you to visit them and learn more about this great neighborhood. We also want to invite you to our gym. For the Mount Auburn History exhibit, we have a collection of photos and memorabilia for you to view. We also have the special opportunity to chat with some of our alumni and learn some of the amazing history of this community. You can also join one of our student-led tours leaving from the gym. Now, to close out our ceremony, we're going to do a ribbon cutting at the end. But before we do that, we have a performance from our Mount Auburn cheer team. So at this time, if our Mount Auburn cheer team will join me at the front very quickly for a quick performance. All right, thank you, cheer team. All right, now to close us out, I'm going to ask our distinguished guests to join me at the front of the stage. We're going to come down right in front of the stage, and we're going to cut the ribbon on our bond and our next 100 years. Once we've cut the ribbon, teachers, if you will make a way back inside with your classes so we can begin our lunchtime. Also, I want to recognize joining us to hold our banner, we have Miss Teresa Smith, who is our longest serving teacher here at Mount Auburn, and Edith Salazar, who is a former student and now teacher here at Mount Auburn.